Well, we're here on South Foster Drive where the high water moved in here earlier this afternoon and flooded out several cars. 3 cars are still flooded out here on the street, and as you can see, we have a tow truck moving one of those cars. Actually, we're here at the Avondale Boy Scout Reservation in Clinton, where the visitation for the Boy Scout leader is taking place. It began about an hour ago and will go until about 9 o'clock this evening. Let me tell you, Natalia, thousands after thousands of folks came out here to tailgate before the big game. This is a very important contest for the New Orleans Saints, so everybody wanted to come out and celebrate and have a good time. It was like one big continuous... Michael, some students are on edge here at LSU tonight after a fellow student is abducted by an armed suspect who's still on the loose. Break. Good afternoon. I'm Earl Phelps for WXVT. Coming up on your local Delta News tonight at 6 o'clock. Sears is back at the mall in Greenville. Michael, we're in the neighborhood where the double murder took place this morning. The crime tape may have been removed, but police are out here very busy tonight looking to track down those suspects who shot the 2 men.
The suspects are very bold. We consider them armed and dangerous.
That's how police describe the 2 suspects behind the murder of 2 men in broad daylight. It happened just before 10 this morning on the corner of Thomas Delpit and East Johnson Streets.
We know individuals pulled up in the vehicle, exited the vehicle with guns, and chased the victims down and shot them.
Family members visibly shaken after arriving at the scene.
Someone has lost a father, someone has lost a friend.
The victims have been identified as 49-year-old Donovan Cummings of Baton Rouge. Paramedics working at the scene to save him, but he died after being taken to the hospital. Criminal records show he has previous convictions for manslaughter and negligent homicide. The second victim is 36-year-old Harold Anthony. He died at the scene. He has a long history of drug charges and was due back in court on more charges.
I'm a victim of the flood in Houston, Texas that I merged to a year and a half ago. And now all this violence is still breaking out. It needs to stop. We need to pray and come together, and let's stop the violence out of this South.
Erica Curry grew up in this neighborhood called The Bottom. She just returned after evacuating from Texas.
This is not our neighborhood that used to be when I was growing up. I mean, we did a lot of things, but this is going far and beyond.
This isn't the way we were raised in South Baton Rouge.
Police say this crime might be connected to a previous murder that happened about a month ago. Police are also concerned about possible retaliation from today's double murder, but they're taking steps to prevent that.
We're going to saturate the area this afternoon because the community is reaching out to us for help, and we're going to do the best that we can to give them to protection.
Now, police have no motive in this murder. They say that the men were specifically targeted out to be shot and killed. Reporting live in Baton Rouge, Earl Phelps, WBRZ News 2. Good evening. I'm Earl Phelps. Natalia has a night off. News 2 at 5:30 is next.
Now, WBRZ News 2 at 5:30.
Taking a look outside in Baton Rouge, rain staying a possibility for the rest of the evening. Good evening. Meteorologist Robert Grocho is joining us now. A lot of thunder earlier today.
Yeah.
About 45 minutes ago, actually.
Yeah, especially in Livingston Parish. Not that in my full forecast, but back to news.
All right, thanks a lot, Robert. An emotional service dedicated to law enforcement members of Lockhart Road Baptist Church in Denham Springs gathered together to pray for first responders, keeping them safe. News 2's Taylor Evans has more on why they are being honored today.
Earl.
All right, thanks a lot, Taylor. WBRZ's Unite for Our Heroes telethon is just 1 week away. The program will raise money for a capital area First Responders Fund. It covers first responders in 8 parishes in the area. The telethon will be shown on Channel 2 from 6 to 7 p.m. next Sunday, July 16th. That's right here on WBRZ. Emotional events in Dallas all weekend long, marking 1 year since a shooter killed 5 officers and injured several others. Dozens of people came out to show their support. Dan Haggerty reports.
Unity.
Now, that weekend of honor event wrapped up this afternoon. The attack is still being investigated. In crime, a man has been charged with arson after investigators say he set fires in 2 Louisiana Walmarts. Similar fires broke out at stores in Hammond and Amite Saturday. Investigators say laptops were also taken from both scenes. Larry Shawest was arrested overnight.
for setting the fires. Both stores reopened today. Investigators say the suspect confessed to setting a fire at another Walmart in Ponchatoula in June and stealing a computer. Meanwhile, President Trump is tweeting about working with Russia today following the G20 summit. David Daniels reports. Coming up, panic as wildfires spread out west. An update on the damage as residents look on while the fire roars through towns. You're watching News 2 at 5:30.